Hello, everybody. It's Sidra and Sidra here, CRWC, and we will be reviewing AEW Collision. And it was a show.
Yeah, it was.
It was a show. I enjoyed it. This is wrestling. I'm enjoying this. This is good. So, although the graphics said they're in Chicago, but then they later said they were in New Jersey, and I'm like, I'm sure they know where they are. So we'll go with Jersey.
They're in Newark, New Jersey.
Ah, cool. So this opens up with Tony Schiavone interviewing the Owen Hart tournament winner, Ricky Starks. Okay, see, I had to check because everything stopped. Everything stopped. I had to make sure it was still recording. Okay, we're still going. All right. So Starks comes out to one of the most epic, massive pyrotechnic effects in the history of anyone's intro. That mess was crazy. Even Ricky Starks he had to look back like, good grief.
I take issue with it.
Why?
Because Willow did not get that.
Nope. And
she didn't get nada.
No, she got nothing.
And she won it fair and square.
And that's true. So
and she got nothing. She didn't get a sparkler. Nobody lit a match.
You know what? You just killed my Ricky buzz. Because that's true. And I ain't gonna lie. I like to be fair. And I ain't gonna lie. I like Willow just as much as I do Ricky.
I like Willow more. I'm biased.
Why? Because he's had a slight heel turn, maybe?
No, because she's a big-haired, big-body black woman, and I'm here for it.
Okay. Hey, we are honest here.
And she's got skills. She's not just flopping around and mushing her butt in someone's face.
Yep. And so, see, can I keep going?
Go ahead. You asked me the question. I gave you the answer, baby.
Yeah. It is what it is. You know, just like me, the audience gonna have to deal with it. I don't disagree with you. You know,
Ricky's scrawny. He need a sandwich.
No, Ricky is well built. He all right.
He needs a sandwich.
No, he could be Nick Wayne. Yeah. See.
If he was taller, but luckily he's not taller, he'd be a stack of dimes then.
When Randy Orton came back from his injury,
neck like a stack of dimes.
Look at you, your neck like a stack of dimes.
This was bagging on him, man.
Randy had to sit there and take it.
His suit was all baggy too.
I remember that too. Yeah. Like he's wearing his uncle's outfit.
Yeah.
You know? Okay. So the crowd was kind of booing him, but after the pyro, because they were booing, it wasn't massive, but they were booing. But after the pyro, they were chanting his name. You know, hey, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, it was awesome, but in a sense, it's kind of like dangling the keys. Hey, ain't these nice? Ooh, I like those. So, but you know what? I'll be honest with you. If I was in that crowd and I was there live and that pyro's going off for Ricky, I kid you not, I might have been right there with him, you know, just ogling the dangling keys. So, you know, I can't bag on the audience, but so much, you know. So Tony mentioned the shortcut that he used to win, and the crowd was chanting, "You deserve it." They're behind Ricky. Mm-hmm. They're behind Ricky. Pretty Ricky. That was his name, Pretty Ricky.
He also mentioned how he disrespected Liger, and Ricky just glosses over that.
Yep. No respect to Liger. He's a legend, but I'm absolute. And he just moved on. During the promo, CM Punk comes out to the ring for a few boos, not many. Punk asks if Ricky could live with the win, knowing he can't beat Punk without cheating. And then Punk leaves. Starks says that his bag is just as empty as the red bag Punk has been carrying around. That got the Punk. So Punk comes back and says that he's the real world's champion. So here they took the 91 Ric Flair thing him and Bobby Heenan was doing. And then Christian Cage comes out with Luchasaurus. Cage is like, what kind of man carries around a title he didn't win?
Oh, man.
And I'm like, was that joke lost on the crowd? Because
it wasn't lost on me, and it certainly wasn't lost on CM Punk.
Yeah, because Punk broke. He laughed on that one. He laughed. You can tell Punk had to pull it back together. Darby Allin comes out, and he snatches the mic from Cage. Mm-hmm. So then Allin makes a match of he and Punk versus Starks and asks who the champ is, Cage or Luchasaurus. And Cage shouts, I'm the champ. So Tony,
we're the champ.
He said, I'm the champ. And he goes, I'm the champ. And then Tony says that, Tony Khan's made it official that it'll be Cage or Luchasaurus. And that's when I think Cage has said something like, I'm holding this belt. No, we are holding this belt. Something like, I think that's when he went to the either we thing. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, this dude is a mega heel doing this. This is a mega heel right here. And they showed earlier Andrade El Idolo was led out of the building by security and stuff. And look, I got to be honest with you. Andrade, he cleaned up when he put on his suits.
I've been saying that, man.
I know. Clean. But here's the clean challenge: him or Roosh.
I was just thinking he need to get back with Roosh.
But Roosh has found himself in some crazy hot water dealing with how he's been handling rival promotions down in the United States of Mexico, dealing with AAA and Conan, and then his rival and competitors and whatnot. And it's not CMLL either. So maybe something's going. I don't know.
Is Roosh being too Roosh?
Maybe. Before getting into the next thing, I want to give a thank you to Zemo for giving us the updates and whatnot. And while this is on YouTube, because it's easy to get to YouTube through Spreaker, I ask everyone to, check us out on Spreaker. Sign up there. Sign up and stuff is all free. And that way you can listen to the podcast, download it and whatnot. And
Zemo, formerly known as Zemo 12.
It'll help us out a lot, and it's really nothing that it's not taking any money out of your pocket, no sweat off your back. It's just signing up and following us there on Spreaker. So if you can, please do that, please. So did you want to say something? Because it sounded like he was going to say something before I got started again.
Roosh cleans up better.
Yeah.
He's got that long hair and he'll pull it back in the ponytail. And he had a drape just right. Chef's kiss. And his sunglasses too. Walking around calling everybody dogs.
Yeah, he'll throw a pedo out there real quick.
He sure will.
Oh, look, everyone, we don't put everything on YouTube. There's stuff that's going to be only on Spreaker. So it'd be good to sign up for that. So look, next is tag team action. We got Juice Robinson and Jay White versus Action Andretti and Darius Martin. Whew.
I didn't really focus too much on this match because I knew what was gonna happen.
Yeah, you know how this is gonna go.
Yeah,
but still, the crowd was it was chanting to the Guns, "Daddy doesn't love you." That was brutal. Mm-hmm. I think I ripped my palate up. Bullet Club, they controlled the match, getting a ton of heat on Andretti, who eventually makes the hot tag. Martin makes the comeback, and he does a good job of keeping Bullet Club off kilter. That's one thing that's really good about Darius Martin, that he can ping pong back and forth, and it doesn't look stupid. I appreciate that, because not many can do that. Punk tried it later on, and he didn't do a good job, really. But he was trying. But yeah, Darius Martin, he's good, and I think he's going to get better. I just hope he keeps this level going when his brother gets back, which they said that
he's on ahead of schedule.
Yeah, so it'll be what it is. Andrade, he aids him at a point before taking control. And they did a nice shotgun drop kick German suplex combination on Jay White, You know he's gonna kick out. I mean, you got to kill Jay White.
You have to kill him.
Juice, he trips. What am I hearing? Okay, I heard some weird laughing. Juice, he trips, and it's hard to. I keep thinking Andrade when it's Andretti into the Tree of Woe and gets a very smart tag from Jay White, who was ailing on the mat. But it was smart. He ran in, gave cannonballs to Martin on the seated in one corner, and then Action, who was hanging in the Tree of Woe. And I was like, I think he just crushed his pelvis, which might hurt a little bit. But it seems like he missed, fortunately. But there was a nice combo from Bullet Club later on. Left hand of God from Robinson into a sleeper suplex from Jay White. And then with Action and Darius, with them separated, that's when they got Blade Runner on Andretti and got the pin. 1, 2, 3. Then Darius, I don't know why he tried this, but Darius tries to help Action in the ring, and then the Guns jump on him, beat him down to throw him out.
And then Andretti, he rolls out to the floor and lays there looking up at the ceiling like he's contemplating his profession.
Which he should. Because if you watch Ring of Honor, he's gotten dangerous. And in this match, he was a little bit off. I don't know what's up. Maybe he's just that youthful energy. Maybe he's just excited. I don't know. I'm trying to give benefits of the doubt.
Hopefully he's not wrestling concussed.
Hopefully, because that can happen. I've seen that in front of me own eyes. So it's a bad thing. Moving on, Miro, he comes out, and like I said, this show is good. That match was all right. It was good.
Yeah.
Miro comes out and, he's doing his thing, and then Nick Camarado comes out from behind, blasting him. I'm thinking, I'll be honest with you, y'all, I'm like, is Nick Camarado? I mean, oh, crap.
You know what this is.
Yeah. It's not that it should be a squash match. No, it's just Nick Camarado is not an intelligent seller. All right? He's all right on offense and a little defense, but he just keeps screwing up when he sells. Matches with him got to be like very short so you can't see how he messes up. But I'll just say this with Nick Camarado, just don't do any spot where he has to be thrown into the post. That's it. If you leave this post or the steps or the barricade, just don't go outside the ring with him. He'll be mostly all right. That's where he messes up, outside the ring. So Nick attacked him from behind at the entrance. Then in the ring, he throws him in the ring. And Miro was selling the attack pretty well. I like that. But he does a reverse fireman's carry slam for a 1 count, which was good. Camarado retains control with shoulder thrust in the corner, then followed by a clothesline in the other corner. Then eventually, as he tries to run to an avalanche in the corner, Miro evades and lands a German suplex, stomps on his back, game over, applied, submission win. It was just like that.
Yep.
I mean, it shows that Camarado is someone that can damage Miro. So that helps in that limelight. Nick Camarado needs training and ring psychology. If he gets that, he'll be awesome.
Yeah.
Okay? Just straight up awesome. Then I didn't keep many notes on this, the AEW World Trios Championship, the House of Black versus the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn. And this,
there was no need for notes on this.
Caster was rapping, and then that was broken up when Matthews sprinted with a dashing knee strike. And I mean, he popped Caster.
Yeah, man, shut the hell up. Nobody want to hear that.
Yep. And then there was a full-on beatdown that took place. Everyone breaking up into their own pairs.
House of Black did some heel work.
Yep. And they got the heat on Caster with King landing heavy-handed chops and slams and a senton. Caster makes the hot tag to Billy, who comes in on a House of Fire until King shuts him down with a rolling lariat, a stiff one, and then Malachi Black comes in with a spinning back thrust kick and pins him. And then post-match, Malachi speaks to Billy Gunn.
Whispers in his ear.
Before leaving the ring.
After gently and lovingly caressing his head.
Okay, you're making it sound strange.
It was kind of strange.
Yeah, but you're making it sound stranger.
Amen.
Quit that. So, yeah, then Billy Gunn begins moving his boots, and everyone is in shock. The crowd chants. You can hear the crowd. They're desperate. You know, they can't do anything. They're in the seats. They can't run down there and try to convince him of anything, but you can feel that energy, you know, through the screen.
Yeah.
The crowd was chanting, you still got it. Basically saying, don't leave. You good? You good? What you doing? You know, they do not want to see him go. Bowens, he's looking worried. Billy leaves his boots in the ring and leaves with the Acclaimed heartbroken, and the crowd singing, "Oh, Scissor Me Daddy."
That's what they were singing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I didn't know what they were saying.
And the mood becomes very somber.
Yep.
Matching Ian Riccaboni's tone perfectly. And I'm like, whoever got to come out next, it's going to be hard.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then Billy Gunn leaves his boots in the ring. I wrote Gunn leaving his boots in the ring was like a 7-star match. And now FTR comes out, and honestly, it's hard to follow such an emotional moment. And I wrote 7-star match because 5 should be like the top. 7 is like unachievable, so it's like just off the charts. Like 5-star plus, you know, that's why I put 7. Plus FTR coming out. 7-star FTR. Had a lot of meaning with that. Mm-hmm. But still, the fans do cheer for FTR, you know, and look, they came out with the pink pyro and whatnot, and the fans had to leave the, oh crap, and try to, okay, we're here with FTR, yada yada,
mm-hmm.
you know. And then there was Shivani, and Cash talks up not being able to trust Max, and if Adam Cole should be able to trust Max, like, and he said the thing that I'm been living my life by for about a year and a half, maybe 2. If someone tells you who they are, you need to listen. You know, if someone is treating you a certain way, you know, there's no maybe this or they showed you who they are. You know, and he brings up the Pinnacle, how he day in and day out they was with Max, and you know what? That was practically a shoot.
Yeah, it seemed like it.
I remember the candid conversation that he was having, talking about the Pinnacle and whatnot. So yeah, so that's why he didn't get into it, but it was just very, very vague. Dax tells a story about having to get a job and privileged kids making fun of him, and like he didn't get the chance to do with those kids, he's going to kick Max's ass. And I'm like, all right, you know, both of these guys can do a great promo. I like them. I miss Dax's show. I just do. But that they capture the crowd.
Yeah.
You can hear it. The crowd just sitting there almost like, I'm just listening with my hands on my cheeks. That's about how the crowd is. So then after that, we get a match. I didn't see what was coming up, right? All I hear is Sidra say, well, this is going to suck. And I'm thinking, what in the world? I was like, maybe somebody said something, or Sky Blue versus Taya Valkyrie. And I'm like, oh, crap. It's like, I want to give it a chance, but okay, look. Okay, I'm just going to go through this quickly, and then I'll explain. I hope y'all listening can stick with me. But Taya uses a double wrist lock curb stomp for the pin, and then she speaks on the mic. She does a promo, and she carries herself speaking like Susie Homemaker with an attitude. That's what I wrote. And she wants to fight Britt Baker, but I just don't believe her promo.
I am so sick of everybody trying to be the mean girl.
And I wrote this, maybe it's because she speaks like an old WWE diva. Because that's exactly what I see with Taya Valkyrie. She wants to be a WWE diva, and I think she was in WWE for a while, before going to the NWA, messing up there, and then coming here. So, and see, the NWA, I don't know if that was, you know, with Rosa Negra. I don't
know what that was.
Yeah, was that legit or not? It's hard to tell, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but still, she does this promo with this, and I feel this way, and everyone feels that way, and doing all those gestures. And I'm like, I don't think she would even be like this at home if she was actually upset with somebody. That's how I'm feeling. And the mean girl thing that she was talking about, yeah, it's boring.
It's boring. It's old. It's tired. It's so tired. Because everybody's doing it. Essentially, that's what Jade Cargill did. That's what basically Britt Baker was a mean girl. Now the Outcasts are mean girls. Now Taya's a mean girl. Everybody's a mean girl.
I wish somebody could just be angry. Or, like, look, Willow, happy. When she gets fired up, she's fired up. And you can hear it. You can hear that cadence. Like, we in it now. It's an argument. You can see it in the ring when she's wrestling. Mm-hmm. Shit. Her and Athena. Those are your top tier women in AEW. Those are your top ones right there.
Don't let any of the skinny minis tell you different.
Yep. Don't sleep on these two, because they tore the house down, and I don't think any other women's match is gonna touch it.
And it was spotless.
Beautiful.
There wasn't a thing wrong with it. Every blow looked clean. It looked impactful. They weren't throwing kicks and laying them upside somebody's, gently on the back of their neck. It was just no bull.
Which is what I saw with Sky Blue when she was throwing kicks during the skipping, and they was landing softly. And I was like, come on. I was like, yeah, I'm glad we're skipping this. That's exactly where I was. And yeah. So look, now we come to the main event that Sidra went to sleep on.
I sure did.
Christian Cage and Ricky Starks versus Darby Allin and CM Punk. So Cage comes out followed by Luchasaurus. Cage is wearing the TNT belt. Ricky Starks is teaming with Cage. This is a duo I thought I'd never see. It just simply feels off, like a WWE and their mismatched tag teams for a single night. They would just put random people together because that's what you got to do to further a storyline or whatnot. This is the same thing, and it felt weird.
It was weird.
But then it stopped feeling weird and it started feeling right. It just made sense. I was like, okay, y'all got me now. I'll probably tell you when that happened. So I didn't want to, but I ended up taking notes. And that slightly bugged me a little bit because I didn't care to take notes. I don't want to say who won, but I got into it. Ricky Starks, and these are just general thing here, but Cage and Starks, they argue over who's going to start against Punk. After the referee counts to 9, Starks pops into the ring.
They're arguing about who's going to get in the ring. Like, Lance Archer is standing over there. Lance Archer with Samoa Joe sewn to his shoulders. I'm like, get in the ring, man.
I thought the match is really good as Starks and Cage tag in and out, gaining heat on Punk, who eventually makes a comeback. Punk gets a dive on to the duo and then aids Allin in his diving coffin drop onto him. So, they got the crowd with that. Cage and Starks rebuilding heat on Punk as the fans argue amongst themselves with boos and others shouting for them to shut up in a very derogatory way. And then the boos taking over whenever Punk enters the ring. And I mean, when they started booing, you can tell we're not just booing Punk, we're booing all of you who wants to cheer. They were shouting them down. And then you can hear other parts of the crowd joining in, mob mentality booing. I was like, man, this is brutal. And then, and it won't much longer. I mean, I think just after the break, the crowd is chanting, let's go Ricky, CM Punk, going back and forth. But it won't the whole crowd saying CM Punk either. It was dueling chants. It was the boos versus those that like CM Punk. And the part of me is like, I just think they just doing it just because they can now. Not so much that they dislike CM Punk. They just doing it because they can. Then they show Scorpio Sky, who's sitting in the skybox watching the match, mainly Luchasaurus and Darby Allin. The heat building rest with Punk through the entire break. Did you want to say something, love?
I was going to comment on Scorpio Sky's beard. Nothing important.
What's the matter with you?
He's got a good beard.
Okay, good. Like, stop hating.
I ain't hating.
Just hate me. Like, I saw skin on this person, so I don't like him.
I am not hating.
Okay. So the hot tag was made.
Not
Allin
yet.
comes in. What?
Not yet.
Allin comes in as a house of fire. This is when the match was turning me. And I'll talk about what I noticed about things and the things that I really like that's turning my mind on certain things. But he got in the ring. Allin, he got the Yoshi Tonic on Ricky Starks. Starks got out in the ring and Darby hit him. I call it a Darby Suicida on Starks because no one else does it like that. Not that I've seen. Darby then lands the Suicida on Luchasaurus only to bounce off of him like he's a brick wall.
He bounced off his shoulder. Like you see somebody get hit by a car and they bounce off of it, and that's what it was like.
Luchasaurus dipped that shoulder and you could see him plant that foot back, but he was like, "You ain't moving me, bruh."
And he didn't.
You know? Cage throws Darby into the announce table, breaking the front panel of it. Then, and that put the match back in the heels' favor right there. Even though I didn't put heels, it says Hells.
Back in Hell's favor.
Technically, yeah. Then the heat building took place on Darby as Cage takes a more personal approach to dealing out damage. And then Cage throws Allin through the ropes and he spills like haphazard water on the floor. It was right there in the heel's corner and he just tossed him out and he just crumpled over each rope to the apron to the floor. I was like, good grief. Darby Allin I'm seeing him. I just hope they don't screw it up.
Darby Allin I saw when we first saw him.
Yep,
I saw it.
We can talk about that afterwards.
Okay.
Trust that. Cage goes up top and misses a headbutt. Starks pulls Punk from the apron and Allin has no one to tag. So then Cage draws in Punk to distract him as the heels put the boots to Darby Allin and then didn't even make a tag. They just, Starks just stayed in.
Yeah. The ref looked, hey, tag.
Yep.
Starks slapped his own hand like, yeah, tag. I'm like, come on, man.
Old school heel stuff. Perfect. But then Allin, he countered Starks with a sunset flip, and instead of trying to continue with the move, he just got up and ran over and tagged Punk, who came in a house of fire with slams and drop kicks. And that's what I'm talking about. He missed that drop kick on Cage. He was a little too close. But other than that, he did something, but he ended with a cartwheel, making everything look nice. Greetings to Bam Bam Bigelow's fans out there, if any is still there. But then he did multiple knee strikes in the corner going back and forth. Punk takes full control of the match, gaining cheers from everybody. Then Punk lands a jewel heist on Cage for a 2 count. Punk goes up top, hits a splash that Cage rolls over for a 2 count. So that was a nice reversal. Cage goes up top. Punk blocks the back and backdrops Cage, stands up for a diving elbow for a 2 count. Punk and Starks, they do the, I don't know what to call it, but the friend lift, Ric Flair special, deep in the match, just like Flair would do, and then start exchanging forearms, ending with a high kick from Punk. Punk tags Allin, but Starks had nobody. Cage was down. Starks get a shoulder block on the thigh of Allin, who was doing a leapfrog. Then he grabbed him, no hesitation, Rochambeau, 2 count. Allin kicked out. Don't think he should, but okay. Allin reverses a superplex into a super reverse DDT. It was awesome. Okay. Cage breaks up the count, and he had to. Properly done. Punk lands the GTS on Cage outside the ring. Allin was to do a coffin drop, but Luchasaurus pulled him down, so he interfered. Starks rolls up Allin tight and holds the ropes for the pin. Punk Starks is slowly getting up the ring. Punk dives in trying to get a hold of him. Starks just pop off the apron.
Scrambles away.
Yep. So this, to me, solidifies Ricky Starks' heel turn. But how would the fans receive him after this? You know, that was my question. And look, just a short thing on Darby Allin, if we can.
Yeah.
You can say what you want to say, you know, get yours out. But in this, Darby Allin, I took him seriously. He carried himself seriously from jump. On the microphone before this match even happened, I was like, dude can talk. He's actually talking way better than when he first got to AEW. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like, well, Chris, you know, you don't even wrestle anymore, so, you know, I guess you want to. Yeah. I was like, oh, no. So it's stuff like that. I'm like, I like this version of Darby Allin.
See, as I said, you know, when Darby first got there, it's like, oh, this little scrawny emo dude. But then when he started wrestling, it was crazy what he was doing. But the thing that attracted me to what he was doing is his ability to commit.
Yes.
He commits fully to anything. He's gonna throw his body at you, you gonna feel it. And then he got paired with Sting, and you know this thing was mentoring him. And you know that Darby is a sponge.
But it seems like Darby was rubbing off on Sting.
Probably. And you know that Darby's a sponge, and you know Sting can cut promos. You know he cuts
not great promos, but you do hang on, but it's not memorable. But you hang on while he's talking.
That's all you need to do.
True
I'm not gonna remember it. So, a lot of promos, you know, there got to be certain people like Samoa Joe. But as long as you're coherent. And you're not like Sid Vicious or Kenny Omega, we're doing good.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. Easy. Or the Ultimate Warrior.
Or the Ultimate Warrior, oh my goodness. The One Warrior Nation. Anyway, so I think that he has gotten a lot from Sting and kind of been turned loose. He's a little less dangerous, a lot cleaner, a lot crisper, and he's still got that ability to commit. You know, Darby Allin you're right. He's a threat. When he comes out, it's like, okay, this is not going to be easy.
And I like that. That's what he's been missing. That's what he's looking like. And they just put him in the main event with the top guys, you know, singles wise, you know, on Collision. And that's saying a lot.
That's saying a lot.
And this whole thing right now is Darby Allin in this match. It was to get at Luchasaurus and Christian Cage. Punk is in this match to get at Ricky Starks. You know, this whole match, while it's a hodgepodge, it served
a purpose.
Everybody in there had something to do with somebody in there. So that's a good thing.
Okay, I gotta speak on CM Punk.
Why? What did he do this time?
I didn't say he did anything.
Good, because he was flawless out tonight. Except for that weird missed drop kick. But yeah.
Okay. Now, I know you said many times everybody loves CM Punk because it's history. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Not because it's history.
Because of his.
They watched him. They grew up with him.
Uh-huh.
They have great memories of him. They watched how he was just that guy that's not going to take crap from anyone. You know, I mean, the indie scene loved him. They followed him to the WWE where he gained more fans. And then he was gone. And because of how he left, people, it was like on a strong high note. His career wasn't done. They screwed him. And because of that, WWE did lose a good amount of business for a short amount of time. And then people just got over it. But when Punk comes here, he's also going to bring some of those fans from WWE, which can get eyes on this product. So that's why he's where he's at.
Okay. And he cuts a great promo.
Every time.
It's a wonderful promo. I think that people transfer their love of his talking ability. They transfer that love to watching him wrestle. Because I'm telling you, man, there is nothing special about watching him wrestle. I'm trying. I don't see it. He's clean. He's safe. He don't look fake. Solid wrestler. Yes. Go down in history. Yes. But there is nothing special. There is nothing that I'm like, man, CM Punk on wrestle is going to be good. No, it's not there. I don't see it.
you think about CM Punk, I'm gonna say the best way to think about CM Punk right now, because he's calmed down a lot. Okay, over those basically 8 years now.
Yeah.
I view Punk the way I did Ric Flair when I would watch him wrestle. It's babyface version, but it's methodical. Every move is a meaning for something, and his matches do tell a story, when he's in that mode. So I can see it. I don't want to miss out on a person's wrestling ability.
That's another problem that I have. Whenever Flair got in the ring, you got the same Flair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every time.
But you got to beat that Flair.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about when that music hit, he come out in his robe, it's game time. You can see it on his face. And he carries himself and conducts his business like it's game time. I'm going to tell you what I've seen from Punk. There are times when he comes out and it's about business. And there are times when he comes out and he's wrestling, he's safe, but he's messing around. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Oh, like you could tell he's just playing and
it seems non-committal. What Darby Allin has, he doesn't have 100% of the time. And like I remember I said, when he wrestled in the tag team match and he got in the ring with Jay White,
yeah,
he had to bring it, and he did. He looked good. He looked serious. He was there in the moment, not in the crowd.
Yes, that's the Punk you want to see.
And most other times, he's not like that. He was like that when he wrestled Joe because he thought he was going to die. The whole match, Punk looked like he was going to get murdered with a weapon the entire match. So, you want to stay alive, you're going to be in the match. But any other time, like, the same for this, he's just...
Yeah, with this, his eyes weren't serious.
I
could see that. I could.
I see it immediately, and it just turns me off. It just turns me off. I'm like, okay.
And see, that's how you feel about it. I ain't gonna say you're wrong, because that's your view of it.
I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm telling you, I'm trying. I don't be talking shit and hating on them during the match. Y'all can ask Sidra. I don't. I just watch. I'm trying to see the beauty of it.
She's quiet. She's watching.
I don't give him the Tai Chi treatment. I don't give him the Jericho treatment or the Adam Cole treatment. I'm trying, but I just don't. I don't see it.
I get you.
Y'all love them out there in the world. Love them. Go ahead. That's cool. I don't.
Yeah, do you, boo? That's about what she's saying.
And he hasn't done anything to get go home heat from me. So we're all good.
Tai Chi had go home heat, but he bought himself out of that.
It took some time. It took a lot of time.
So I'm gonna say this. I'm neutral when it comes to Punk's in-ring action. It ain't like I don't notice certain things, but he's in there performing, doing what he can. And when he got in, he got the hot tag. He's a house of fire. He's trying to do this stuff. It's just that you can just see in his eyes, it's not the match he's working. It's the people.
And that has a lot to do, my dismay at CM Punk has a lot to do with the kind of wrestler that I like. I like wrestlers that are unwavering and they are the same. Whether they win or lose, they're the same. Ishii. You ain't never seen Ishii come out to a ring and you think, oh, Ishii look kind of scared. No.
No.
Not once. Not now one time have you ever seen that. Samoa Joe. Oh, Joe don't look like he ready. No. Joe stay ready. Because when you're ready, you got to get ready. That's Joe. I like that. So if I see someone that's beloved and it's like, no, they don't look like they really in it, it bothers me.
Get ready, be ready, stay ready.
So That's just my nickels worth on Punk. I'm done.
Okay. How do y'all feel about Punk out there? Let us know. YouTube or preferably here on Spreaker. But let us know what you think about CM Punk. And, viewer response. We'll do that. Let us know how you feel about CM Punk. Things that you notice, things that you like, dislike, and whatnot. And, we'll talk about it. And, hey, if you don't want us to mention your name, all right, just put down Anon at the bottom. And we'll just say a viewer said. So it's all good. So we're going to get up out of here because I got another show to do for CR Fire Pro. So with that, it's been Cedric and Sidra for CR Wrestling Commentary, AEW Collision. And with that, y'all be good, be chill, be safe, and we'll see you next time.